Sukha labha lagide Bhajahure manu Sri Nandanandana Abhayo Charanada Bindode Sri Nandanandana Edhana Yobana Putra Parijana Iteke Ache Pada Titide Putra Parijana Titide Kamala Dala Jala Jibana Talamala Jibana Talamala Kamala Dala Jala Jibana Talamala Jibana Talamala Jahu Hodi Poda Nitide Nitide Bhajahure Manam Sri Nandanandana Abhayo Charanada Bindode Sri Nandanandana Abhayo Bindode Shravana Kirtana Shmarana Bandana Pada Sebana Dashade Shmarana Bandana Dashade Pujana Shakidana Atmani Bedana Atmani Bedana Pujana Shakidana Atmani Bedana Atmani Bedana Govinda Dash Abhilashade Dashade Bhajahure Manam Sri Nandanandana Abhayo Charanada Bindode Sri Nandanandana Abha Bindode Radha Madhava Jai Kunja Vihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jai Gopi Jana Vallabha Jai Girivardhari Jai Girivardhari Jai Girivardhari Jai Girivardhari Jai Jashodananda Nandana Jai Brajajana Ranjana Jai Brajajana Ranjana Jai Sharanan Brajajana Ran Brajajana Jamuna Tira Brahmachari Jai Kunja Hare Jai Kunja Hare Jai Jamuna Tira Brahmachari Jai Kunja Hare Jai Jamun Jai Kunja Hare Oh Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 oh Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Rama Oh Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Oh Hare Krishna Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Jayam Vishnupad Paramahansa Parivrajaka Ashtatara Saraswati Samansala Abhai Charanaravinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Shri Prabhupada ki ISKCON Pratishtata Acharya Shri Prabhupada ki Ananta Kuti Vaishnava Vrinda ki Samaveta Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki Shishinitai Gauda Shitanata Pramanande Hari Hari Boom Mandeyaham Shri Guru Shri Juta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavanscha Sri Rupam Shakarajatam Shahagana Raganatam Vitam Tang Shajivam Sadvaitam Shavadutam Parijana Shaitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Shahagana Lalita Shivi Shakang Vidanscha Mantra Guru Ajoto Shiko Guru Ganta Chorane Yage Korea Bondan. Goma Gyana Timananda Sagyana Janashalagaya Chukshu Unminatam Yana Tashma Shri Gurave Namaha. Namam Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Shrimati Bhaktivedanta Swami Iti Namane Namaste Sharaswati Devi Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shundavali Prashtatta Desha Tarinei. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Dhanama Projita Kaitava Atra Panamani Namatsaranam Satam Vedam Vashtama Atra Vashtu Shivanam Tapatrai Unmulanam Śrīmad Bhāgavatam Morning Class King Vipara Ishvara Sadridi Avaruddhate Atra Kritibishu Shushibit Takshanat. Kalakanya Dito Bacho Nishamya Yavaneshvaraha Chiki Shura Deva Guyam Sha Shang Shmitam Tam Ahashata Abashata Kalakanyo Dita Bacho Nishamya Yavaneshvaraha Chiki Shura Deva Guyam Sha Shama Shashmitam Tam Abarshata. Please chant. Mandali. Kalakanya, daughter of time, Udita, expressed, Bachaha, words, Nishamya, hearing, Yavana Ishvaraha, the king of the Yavanas, Chiki Shur, desiring to execute, Deva, of providence, Guyam, confidential duty, Shaha, he, Shashmitam, smilingly, Tam, her, Abashata, addressed. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki. After hearing the statement of Kalakanya, daughter of time, the king of the Yavanas began to smile and devise a means for executing his confidential duty on behalf of providence. He then addressed Kalakanya as follows, purport. In Chaitanya Charitamrita, Adi Leela, chapter 5, text 142, it is said, Ekala Ishvara Krishna Arshabhrita, Jar Jai Che Na Chaye, Shaitat Che Kore Nutta, actually the Supreme Controller is the Supreme Person of Godhead, Krishna, and everyone is his servant. Yavanaraj, the king of the Yavanas, was also a servant of Krishna. Consequently, he wanted to execute the purpose of Krishna through the agency of Kalakanya. Although Kalakanya means invalidity or old age, Yavanaraj wanted to serve Krishna by introducing Kalakanya everywhere. Thus, a sane person, by attaining old age, will become fearful of death. Foolish people engage in material activities as if they will live forever and enjoy material enjoyment, material advancement, but actually there is no material advancement. Under illusion, people think that material opulence will save them. But although there has been much advancement in material science, the problems of human society, birth, death, old age and disease, are still unsolved. Nonetheless, foolish scientists are thinking that they have advanced materially. When Kalakanya, the invalidity of old age, attacks them, they become fearful of death. If they are sane, those who are insane simply do not care for death, nor do they know what is going to happen after death. They are under the wrong impression that after death there is no life, and consequently they are very irresponsible in this life and enjoy unrestricted sense gratification. For an intelligent person, the appearance of old age is an impetus to spiritual life. People naturally fear impending death. The king of the Yavanas tried to utilize Kalakanya for this purpose. Foolish people engage in material activities as if they will live forever. The Pandavas were in exile, and one Brahmin lost his wood for performing a sacrificial fire, Aryana, sticks. So the Brahmin came to the Pandavas to seek assistance. They're Kshatriyas, the Brahmins, they fulfill the requests of the Kshatriyas. So they went off looking for the sticks of the Brahmin to do his puja, Agnihotra. They came to, first of all, Arjun came to a lake, was thirsty, was going to drink. And a voice from the sky, a voice said, "You can't drink in this lake without answering my questions." And Arjun said, "Ho, ho, 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 ho. Don't you know who I am? I am Pandav Putra, Arjun, Shavya Shachin. No one tells me what to do." He drank at the lake, fell down dead. Having not returned, they sent out Bhima. Bhima looking here and there, where's the sticks, where's the Brahmin, where's Arjun? He's also thirsty, comes to the lake, sees Arjun lying down there. What is this? He's thinking Arjun he's drank poison water. He hears the voice. "You have to ask my questions. You cannot drink this water without asking my questions." And Bhima, Pandraputra, I can do whatever I like. He drank the water, fell down dead. And similarly, Nakula, Sahadev, one after another, they all came, drank the water, fell down. And finally, no Pandavas left except Yuddhistir. They're all gone. So after waiting, Yuddhistir goes, comes to the lake, sees all his brothers lying down there, weapons scattered here and there, no sign of a fight. He's wondering, what is this? And then he sees in the tree a crane. "This is my lake. You cannot drink. Your brothers, they foolishly neglected my orders. They drank from this water. They're all dead. You also, you will die if you drink this water without answering my questions." So Yuddhistir, broad-minded. Okay, I'm prepared to answer the questions. There were many questions. On many topics, both secular and temporal, spiritual and material, many topics. And eventually he asked, "What is the most amazing thing? What is the most amazing thing?" What's the answer? Maybe you could say Sachin Tendulkar's comeback century at Mumbai. Right? So many things. What is the most amazing thing? Many people would say that, Sachin Tendulkar's come back or something. Or the hailstones that were this big the other day. Fortunately, Yuddhistir was not of such small intelligence. So he answered, Ahani ahani bhutani gacchantaya yamalayam. Gacchantaya yamalayam. They're going to the abode of Yamaraj. Ahani ahani bhutani. It's unlimited. People are dying. In the West, we hide this. We hide death. Just like in the hospitals, big hospitals here, St. Vincent's and what's that one? A women's hospital in Paran. What's that called? Alfred Hospital. Big hospitals. You never see them carrying dead bodies here and there. But the people are dying all the time, and probably hundreds a day in the hospital. But you never see dead bodies. They take them out the back. It's just, well, you don't see in refrigerated vehicles. One time I was in a gynecological clinic in Kolkata, and there's all these ladies. I was there with my wife. There's all these ladies, pregnant ladies, at the reception. It was a converted tenement block, just like a building. They make in India, you make a hospital anywhere in a house. This is the 3-story building in the suburbs. Gynecological, very well-known gynecologist, and all the ladies, pregnant ladies, are sitting there. And then the elevator opens, and out comes, they're carrying on a bamboo stretch, a woman who just passed away. A big truck pulls in, and all these people jump out of the truck. They get down and they run up and they bring the body out through the reception. All the pregnant ladies are sitting there, and they carry out the dead body through this. This is India. India, nothing hidden. You see these things. Sometimes you're there there's another big hospital in Ranagat. It's a very good hospital. I had surgery there last year, Ranagat. But every day there's hundreds and hundreds of people in the waiting area every day. And you see them wheeling. They just wheel them through the people. They're all broken and all these cases of people. You never see such things in the West. It's all hidden. I was in Taiwan. We were preaching in Taiwan, and we used to go Sankirtan into office buildings. We'd start in the top floor and go down floor by floor to the offices. And I noticed that for some reason in the office buildings in Taiwan, it would go from 5th floor to 3rd floor. And I was wondering, where's the 4th floor? In all the buildings, where's the 4th floor? I go 5th floor to 3rd floor. And somebody told me, a Chinese devotee told me, that the word in Mandarin for number 4, that sounds almost the same as the word for death. So therefore they build the buildings, they don't put a 4th floor. So people they can't, it is ahani yachkantaya yachante yamalayam shesham shtavram ichchanti. But those who are, even though, so many people are dying, shesham shtavaram, those who are remaining ichchanti, they're thinking that I won't die. Or they're behaving as if they won't die. They're behaving as though we're here permanently. This is the Kim Ashcharya Ataparam. What is more amazing than this? The death is all around us, but people act in such a way as though we're going to live here permanently. So Srila Prabhupada's explaining this is foolishness, this is ignorance. So therefore, the king of the Yavanas, he's engaging Kalakanya, who's approached him. Ultimately, we'll see in the next. She doesn't marry Yavanaraj. She's given to Prajvara, the brother of Yavanaraj, Prajvara, who's fever personified. And together they combine old age and fever to serve this purpose of awakening people that death is imminent. So in this way, therefore, that which the materialists, for the materialists, is very, very difficult for them to deal with. Actually, for a devotee, old age and death are simply not fear. They're not a source of fear. We sang just before class today, Abhay Charanarabinda. The lotus feet of Nandanandan, they grant fearlessness. There was a story once, there was a sage and he was giving benedictions. So Rajaputra Chiranjeev, different persons were coming past that sage. He gave benedictions, different benedictions, according to their circumstances. Rajaputra Chiranjeeva. Oh, Rajaputra, son of the king, Chiranjeeva, live a long life. And then he said, Muniputra Kamajiva, son of the sage, die now. Ma mara iti, the butcher, you don't live and you don't die. And sadhu na mara na ma iti, for the devotee, you can live or die is the same. Rajaputra Chiranjeeva, for the Rajaputra, the son of the king, he's saying Chiranjeeva, live a long life. Because you're enjoying such enjoyment as the son of a king that when you die, you're going to have to suffer so much bad karma. So Chiranjeeva, live a long life. Muniputraka Majiva, son of the rishi, a brahmachari who's performing penances. Well, when you die, you'll go to Swarga and enjoy brahmacharya, sannyas. They actually go to Swarga. It doesn't simply, sannyas doesn't award one the spiritual world. One goes to the Janaloka. So Muniputraka Majiva, son of the rishi, die now, because your next birth, you'll so much punya, you'll be elevated. And then Ma mara iti, butcher, don't live and don't die. To the butcher, he said, don't live and don't die, because in living you're such abominable and creating such suffering, and in dying you're going to have to endure all of this reaction. So the butcher, don't live, don't die. And na mara iti, for the sadhu, neither live or die. It's all the same. For a devotee, living or dying is the same, because the devotee, when he's living, he's engaging his life. Much chitta, matgata prana, he gives his life, matgata, on my path. Much chitta, he gives his heart. Much chitta, matgata prana. So he's giving his life in the service of the Lord. And when his body collapses, then he goes on to serve the Lord. So where is the anxiety in the mind of the devotee? The coming of old age, it's meant to induce fear. It's meant to induce fear. But people are so ignorant, due to mode of ignorance, people have become accustomed to fear. We live with fear. And where Shri Krishna is arriving in Dwarka, in Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, first canto, chapter 10, Lord Krishna had departed from Hastinapur and he's arriving in Dwarka. As he's approaching Dwarka Dham, he blows his conch. So hearing the sound of Krishna's transcendental conch, Panchajanya, hearing the sound of that, it dispelled all of the fear from the minds and the hearts of the Dwarka-vashis. And Prabhupada is commenting there that anything in relation to Krishna, Krishna's words, Krishna's kirtan, the Krishna's blowing his conch, it is non-different from Krishna. Now it removes all fear. In the purport, Prabhupada comments that of the four aha nidra bhai moitun, eating, sleeping, mating, defending, these are the things that preoccupy us in the material world: eating, sleeping, mating, defending. That's aha nidra bhai moitun. Srila Prabhupada says the one that gives most trouble is the fearing problem. One that gives most trouble. But people may find that a little Fascinating. But we may think the eating problem is what we're busy with, or the maitun, mating problem, or the nidra. But these things come occasionally. Occasionally we're hungry, especially towards eating. Occasionally we're hungry. Occasionally maitun is required, but not always. Occasionally. And occasionally we sleep. But the fear is constantly there. But because we're constantly afraid. Because we're in a jivana talamala, what is it? Kamala dala jala jivana talamala. Kamala dala jal, just like a drop of water on the leaf of a petal. It's so vulnerable. At any moment, it could fall. This jivana talamala. In the same way, our life is like that. So we're always afraid. We're always afraid. But we've become accustomed to fear. So we live with it, and it's just part of, we're always afraid. We come out of the room, did I lock my door? No, I have my phone. Will I get a seat? Will I be late for prasadam? Will I get a parking spot? Will someone steal my car? Will someone break into my home? Is my passport safe? We're constantly fearing these things. But because it's constantly running that program, we become accustomed to it. That's life. I remember in the old days, before Indigo and Jet and all those, we used to go by train in India. We used to go by train. I'm sure everyone here traveled by train in India. Overnight. So I used to have the experience and that you sleep on the train. And it's not easy to sleep on a train. And so you would periodically wake up in the night. You periodically wake up. Now let me ask you, if you've had that experience, when you wake up, what's the first thing you think about? My luggage. Everyone is the same. You sleep with your hand on your, you sleep with your hand and your legs on the other bags. And you wake up. Yeah, you too. That's very interesting. Very interesting. So what does that tell us? It's like loading programs on your machine. Loading programs. They load one after another, and when you start up, they're loading. So when the consciousness is coming back into the shuptita, is awakened consciousness, or awake from sleep, then you immediately upload that. You immediately You immediately start that program, and it starts functioning. So as you're coming into consciousness, immediately the fear program starts operating, and you're immediately thinking, and then it remains operating all the time. We're always afraid, but we've become accustomed to that. We think, it's life. That's life. But actually, so therefore we're meant to be induced, we're meant to be punished, we're meant to be away in material nature. Another place in Bhagavatam, when Vyas sits and meditates, he sees the purpose of Maya. Maya yadchad apasratam, apashapunam. How does that start, that one? Lokasha ajanasha vidvan, anata upasham shakshat bhakti yogam and hokshaja. He could see the problems, that the suffering of the living entity, and he could see the cause, and he could see the solution in his meditation. And the cause was that the material energy was inflicting miseries upon the living entity in order to rectify. So the suffering, old age, disease is meant to rectify. Prabhupada gives an example of his own life, that Prabhupada didn't want to go to school. Up there in MG Road, you can go and visit Motilal Free School. You can visit that in Kolkata. Prabhupada didn't want to go to school, but Gaur Mohan was so affectionate to Prabhupada, he never refused anything he requested. So Prabhupada would say, I don't want to go to school today, and Gaur Mohan would say, Tikache, Amar Shonge Asho. You come with me to the cloth shop, and Prabhupada would go. Prabhupada's mother, Radharani, Prabhupada's mother, she was a little more strict. But because Prabhupada's father, he couldn't personally punish Prabhupada in that way. So they had to hire a servant. His name was Damodar. And they paid him 4 rupees a month. And he used to take Prabhupada. His thing was to take, he would take Prabhupada to school every day. Prabhupada said he sometimes tied a rope around him and carried him. Because Prabhupada was struggling, and eventually Prabhupada succumbed to them. So this is very interesting that they Gaura Mohan had to hire someone to discipline Prabhupada. So this is the suffering in the material nature. Krishna personally, he doesn't want to see his parts and parcels suffer. So he deputes this to the material energy. But there is a purpose for suffering. The materialists, rather than trying, the first thing, Sanatana Goswami Prabhupada inquired, why do I have to suffer? Threefold miseries. The materialists, they never even ask that question. They deny, I'm not suffering, I'm happy. Nitai na molilo puke, majilo shangsha shuke, nitai na bolilo mukhe. They're not chanting Hare Krishna, majilo shangsha shuke. They are merged in the material happiness. They don't think they're suffering. So therefore, the material energy is meant to induce these miseries upon the living entity, so that we wake up. Why am I suffering? The materialists are so gross, so dull, that they refuse to accept their suffering, and they're simply taking intoxication and changing one thing to another, trying to divert the fact that they're suffering, divert the reality, avoid facing the reality. So really, before one takes the spiritual life, one has to realize that we're suffering. That's the beginning of our preaching. Gitupadesh, dukalayama shashvatam. And then accept that. This is difficult for the materialists to accept. They don't want to accept that they're a failure, that it's not working, that all my plans are, I'm not the conqueror. They don't want Ekala Ishra Krishna, I'm the Ishra. Not now, but next year, or in 5 years, I'll have it all together. Durashaya yai bahiratamanya, durashaya. Durasha, they're desiring in the future, durashaya. Future, distance. I will get it. I will make it. And in this way, the illusory material energy keeps them entangled. And the suffering is meant to actually awaken them. Now, if you become awakened, no need to suffer anymore. Jiv Krishnadas Bishash Korle to Adukhanai Radha Krishna Bola Re Shabai. Jiv Krishnadas Bishash. If you realize, if you have faith, a bishash, Jiv Krishnadas, I'm the servant of Krishna, Jiv Krishnadas, a bishash, correlate to, if you do that, ar dukhanai. No more suffering. Why no more suffering? Because you're already rectified. When the judge, the case comes, and they make a sentence, they say, as first of all goes different hearings, there's you make your case, a defense, witnesses, then there's a jury adjourning, and then they make it come to a verdict, and then next week there will be the sentencing. I was mentioning the other day in India, it all happens on the spot, and the punishment. So that the judge, he needs time to consider. What's he consider when he makes a sentence? He considers how long it's going to take for this person to get rectified. Well, that's sort of a heinous crime. One time I was arrested in Shepparton in a car park of Safeway for distributing books. And the police were in there and they're making a report, and the constable was asking me, at what time was this heinous crime performed? So the judge is thinking, how heinous, it'll take 15 years for this person. A minimum 15 years for this person to get rectified. Sometimes more, sometimes 20 years, life. Sometimes they give multiple life sentences. Multiple life sentences for a serial killer. Life after life. Of course, Vedic conclusion is better that you execute him, and then it's done. But it so happens there's something called probation board, and they regularly evaluate the mentality of the prisoners. And actually, there can be early release if a person if the probation people are convinced that the person has become rectified, then there can be early release. So similarly, when we understand I'm Krishna's servant and we give up the endeavor to try to independently enjoy in this world, separate from Krishna, that coming to that progressive level of advanced knowledge, you don't need to suffer anymore because you've learnt the lesson that suffering produces. So in this way, the suffering of a devotee is reduced because they don't need the punishment. They don't need to be taught in that way. They're voluntarily surrendering to the Lord. But for old age devotee, we were hearing Narayani Mataji sharing how Prabhupada was so active in his old age. Sometimes Prabhupada was interviewed and they were saying, oh, what if everyone sits and lazy? And Prabhupada said, lazy? We are more active than you. We are more busy than any of you. So old age and disease actually can be an ornament for a Vaishnava when he becomes senior, wise. The example of Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami comes to mind that he was in his old age. Actually, the scholars describe he was over 90 years old. He was living in near Naihati. It's in between Kolkata and Mayapur, Naihati, nearby Naihati. And he was organizing Sankirtan program in his home. There was one great devotee of Lord Nityananda, Minikaitan Ram, and he was participating he was a liberated soul, Minikaitan Ram. Anyone who see him would immediately cry with love of Godhead because tears were constantly flowing from his eyes. And devotees would offer obeisances to Minikaitan Ram, and he would sometimes climb on them when they were offering obeisances, or he would strike them with his flute. So the pujari of Krishnadas Kaviraj, Gunarnava Mishra, he didn't appreciate Lord Nityananda. He didn't appreciate Lord Nityananda. And Minikaitan Ram was aware of this, and he left that place. Then Kaviraj Goswami explains that he had an argument with his brother, he and his brother Kaviraj Goswami. His brother did not accept Lord Nityananda. And Kaviraj Goswami is explaining about, he's preaching to him. Dui boy ek thanu Shaman Prakash. These two brothers are the same. Shaman Prakash, non-different. Nityananda namani tomar hobe sharvanash. Nityananda namane tomar hobe sharvanash. If you do not respect Lord Nityananda, everything will be destroyed. He explained it's like Arda Kukutinaya, the logic of accepting half a hen. So the brother of Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, he offended Minikaitan Ram and didn't show respect to Lord Nityananda. Krodda hoy, showing anger. Bangshi bangi, Choli Ramdas. Minikaitan Ram, he showing anger, he broke his flute and he left that place. Tat kale amam brata hoilo sharvanash. At that time, my brother, hoilo sharvanash, he fell down. Everything was destroyed for him. And that night, Krishnadas Kaviraj, he had a dream because Lord Nityananda was very pleased with him because he had chastised his brother. Because he had taken upon him the responsibility of correcting and chastising his brother. Sometimes we don't do that. We think, oh, let them do what they do. It's not my issue. That's their problem. But he took the responsibility of chastising and educating, attempting to educate his brother. So Lord Nityananda was pleased with that. He appeared in the dream. Listen, Bhaktivedanta, this description of what Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami saw in his dream. Lord Nityananda appeared. He had a glossy blackish complexion. He had tall, strong, heroic figure, and like a huge, prakanda sharir, a huge body. Krishnadas Kaviraj, he fell down at the feet of Lord Nityananda, and Lord Nityananda placed his lotus feet on his head. Imagine a dream like that. He had lotus-like eyes, and he was wearing a beautiful silk cloth, and he had a beautiful silk turban tied around his head. And he had golden armlets and bangles and tinkling anklets and a garland of flowers around his neck. And his body was anointed with sandalwood, with beautiful tilak. He was moving like a maddened elephant, swaying to and fro, absorbed in ecstasy, chanting Krishna, Krishna, in a deep voice. He was surrounded by his associates, cowherd boys, and they were offering him beetle. There's a nice painting of this in Chaitanya Charitamrita, and chamor, and there were bumblebees buzzing all around. And he began to speak, ordering Krishnadas Kaviraj. Are Krishnadas na koraho bhai, Vrindavan jao tar sharva labh hoy. Hare Krishnadas, na koraho bhai. Don't be afraid. Na boy, no fear for you. No fear of anything, no fear of old age, no fear of death. No, he's 90 years old. No fear for you. Vrindavan jao. Go to Vrindavan. Taha sarva labh hoy. There you will achieve everything. After saying this, he directed Krishnadas Kaviraj toward Vrindavan with his flute, and then disappeared from his dream. So Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, he immediately awoke. And he realized everything. Lord Nityananda had appeared to me out of mercy, to show mercy on me, because I chastised my brother and I demonstrated devotion. I served the Lord in this situation. I accepted the desire of the Lord, the business of the Lord. I accepted that as my business. He was pleased with me for that. He appeared to me. He's ordering me to go to Vrindavan. Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, immediately, that second, it describes that second, he got up, he left for Vrindavan, that second. No arrangement, no discussion. He just got up and left. What an experience. And there, this is when he reached Vrindavan, he met with the Goswamis, Raghunath Goswami, who had heard from Sarup Damodar, and the devotees were, this is all Lord Nityananda's, he's disciple of Lord Nityananda, all Lord Nityananda's desire. Actually, these two great souls, Vrindavan Thakur and Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, are disciples of Lord Nityananda, and specifically he is empowering them to describe the pastimes of Sri Satchidananda and Gaur Hari. Krishna Lila Bhagavate Kohe Bed Vyas, Chaitanya Lila Vyas Vrindavan Das. Vyas Muni, he appears in Chaitanya Lila as Vrindavan Thakur, the authorized biographer, as Kaviraj Goswami explains, the authorized biographer of the life of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And because he's focused particularly on the Navadip pastimes, he was concerned that the book would become too voluminous. So in the Antyakanda, Chaitanya Bhagavat is very brief, is 7 chapters. Antyakanda. Madhya Lila is 25 chapters. Adi Lila is also Kanda. Antyakanda 7. He was thinking the book will become too voluminous, so he briefly described the last chapters. It's very interesting because actually in the introductory portions he says he's going to describe things that subsequently he doesn't describe. So he changed the strategy because he thought it was going to become too voluminous. So therefore, Nityananda Prabhu, he sent Krishnadas Kaviraj to Vrindavan to become inspired by the Goswamis. There's no mention here in this Leela, go and then write the pastimes of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. No, go to Vrindavan. Vrindavan jao taha sharva labh hoy. There you will achieve everything. And in Vrindavan, he took shelter of the Goswamis and Raghunath Goswami, who was the Shrarupe Raghav, Raghunath of Swarup Damodar, Swarup Damodar. He was Mahaprabhu's personal secretary. He had compiled everything. He remembered all of the pastimes, which he had described to Raghunath Das Goswami, and Raghunath Das, he enlightened Krishnadas Kaviraj in the pastimes of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And in Vrindavan at Radha Kund, he sat and he wrote the Chaitanya Charitamrita actually it's described to supplement the Chaitanya Bhagavat and to further describe in detail the later pastimes of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So therefore you see Chaitanya Charitamrita, what Vrindavandas Thakur describes in 2 khandas, Adi Khanda, Madhya Khanda. Krishnadas Kaviraj, he briefly enumerates in the Adi Leela of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And then he goes into so much detail from Mahaprabhu's sannyas. And in this way, particularly these 2 great works combined, Chaitanya Bhagavat and Chaitanya Charitamrita, are given to humanity in the Sankirtan movement so that we can fully absorb ourselves in the pastimes of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Shri Sachinandan. So he's describing, as he's in Vrindavan writing, Ami Briddha Jaratu, I am old and overwhelmed with old age. Likte khan paye kora, my hand is trembling while I'm writing. Manikichu shmaran na hoy, I can't remember anything. Na dekhiye nayon, I can't see anything. Na shuniye shrabon, I can't hear anything. Tobu liki ei bodu bishmoy, but I'm writing. This is the amazing circumstance I'm finding. It's almost 100 years old. Just try to envision Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami on the banks of Radha Kund, writing Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita for us. So this is the aspiration of the Vaishnava. We're not afraid of death. We're not afraid of old age. We look forward to coming closer to being able to leave this material world and return to the spiritual world. And as we grow, as we age, we become less and less engaged in the material life. Less and less engaged in chasing after these things, eating, sleeping, mating, defending. Less and less we wind up and more absorbed. This is the you could say the light at the end of the tunnel, the positive path of devotional. As we get older, we're more and more inspired, becoming more and more deeper in Krishna consciousness. Hare Krishna. Is there any questions? Yes. That's good. That's good. That's like a comment. That's fine. We think like that. Excuse me. It's best to be steady. That shukhe dukhe bolanaka badane harinam bolode shukhe dukhe, in happiness or in distress. So yes, the distress may help us. So Krishna mercy, he puts us under pressure or puts us into distress. But whether we're in distress or whether we're happy, we should try to become equally remember and fixed up in Krishna consciousness. But yeah, it helps. But we could say that that's part of purification. We're not completely rectified. We're sufficiently rectified, but we can already describe that we're liberated. We may not be completely liberated, but compared to gross materialists, we're liberated. Liberated means we're freed. We're freed from so much anxiety. So much anxiety. Gyatvam shantim richati. We're liberated, even though we're not completely liberated. So there's we still experience some trouble, so that we're further, deeper rectification and purification can be facilitated. Yes?
We have, fear, we talk about the fear. How do we, draw a line where we don't get very much familiar, at the same time having that fear of, offering ourselves as deities or seva or whatever, and then, not, you go and become more familiar, and then, again, how to have that kind of fear where we can,
So the question is, what's the question? Is fear, is hyper fear is good or not? Is that the question? Yeah. Well, I have heard from authorized sources that Prabhupada said that the problem with my disciples is that they don't fear Maya sufficiently. So it would seem that that it's not a big danger to be too fearful. There's not a danger to be too fearful. The danger would be to become too lax. Of the two, becoming hyper fearful or overly relaxed. For us, it would be more dangerous to become overly relaxed. Prematurely, we're thinking, now I don't need to be so cautious. That's another, maybe the Maya's strategy. Now I don't need to be so cautious. So better to be very cautious and remain like that, strict and alert. We were discussing in the Rupashika, the various Upashaka, Puja Labha Pratishta, the Mahaprabhu says, Jotna kore maliho, you have to be very alert, you have to be very cautious to protect your kripa. Yeah, so don't worry about being too cautious. That's good. Yeah, especially for the renunciates. Yeah, that's what it means, Brahmachari particularly. Let's not get into that. That's a Gauna Rosh, which is experienced after one is liberated. That's different. It's transcendental. Gauna Rosh. Sometimes they come under circumstances and experienced in the liberated platform. Mataji. Ekala Ishvara Krishna, he's the supreme Ishvara, one, Eka, one. So there's one supreme controller, that's Krishna. Arshab, all others are his servants. Arshab Brittai, all others are his servants. So Krishna, that means that even the great demigods like Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva, who are Mahadev, and also we worship and also we show such respect to, but they are also the servant of Krishna. He is the supreme master of all, and he has no master above him. Yes?
About Krishnadas Kaviraj writing Chaitanya Charitamrita and the Goswamis writing their literatures, was there a mood of writing this for the whole world? Or what was their mood in writing these literatures? I heard something like they'll just write, like Goswami was just writing for Sanatana, they'll just writing for
Well, what do you think when you're reading Chaitanya Charitamrita? Who do you think who's the audience being addressed when you're reading Chaitanya Charitamrita? I would say that even considering the whole world is a limited perception. It is beyond time. I think his audience he's considering beyond time, beyond this planet. It's completely eternal. Nittolila. H.I. Goshai Jabe Braja Koilavash Radha Krishna Nittolila Korila Prakash. To reveal that these eternal pastimes of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, or reveal them. So there's no limit to the audience, the target audience. There's no limit. There's no limit. And he states himself that Kali Yuge Nam Rupe Krishna Avatar. In the Kali Yuga, in the form of the name, Krishna appears. Kali Yuge Nam Rupe Krishna Avatar. Nam Hoite Hoi, anyone who takes the name, Sarva Jagat Nishtar. The whole universe can be delivered. Sarva Jagat. So why he's not making, he's preaching to the whole universe. Yeah. He's preaching to the whole universe. He's saying the whole universe can be delivered, so the whole universe can hear. Jai Grantrad Śrīmad Bhāgavatam ki jai. Thank you very much for your hospitality and kind association this week in Melbourne. I pray for another opportunity to associate with you and discuss Bhagavatam and Chaitanya Quatar. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki. Shamaveda Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki.